Mind, gotta hustle and grind. Financial literacy always on my mind. I'm stacking knowledge, no time to waste. You gotta invest smart, gotta keep up the pace. I'm reading books, learning all the tricks, studying the market, making calculated picks.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and we are back at it again for another episode of Crypto Portfolio Updates. You guys already know the deal. Let's hit that like on the way in. For those of you who've been here more than twice, go ahead and formally join the Wolf Pack. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to catch that bell notification to the right of the subscribe and turn all notifications on. Also, lastly, for those of you already in the Wolf Pack, share the video. We are on the climb. We're going to be coming at it with the perspective, the tracking, the receipts, the content. So definitely be tapped in because my next couple of episodes I am very excited about. I'm super excited for the end of month report. I'm really excited to get August started so that way we can start attacking this debt. Let's get to it. First and foremost, hold on. I gotta go mosquito small down here in the corner. Shout outs to CoinGecko for this wealth of information and being a resource for us. That's the first thing. First and foremost, Bitcoin hit an all-time high. This is my first time talking about it. We hit 123, and best believe that is not as high as it goes. Unfortunately, we are not just printing new all-time highs every single day. There has to be a pullback to shake some of you out of the market. And here later on, we are going to talk about exactly why. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and knock these metrics out of the way. First and foremost, Bitcoin is currently sitting at $117,618. Oh no, the sky is falling. Everyone leave the market post haste. We've crashed from 123 down to 117, which we previously were celebrating last week. So that's first and foremost, which puts Bitcoin's dominance at 61.7%. Ethereum dominance is at 9.96%, with gas fees at 1.606 Gwei. Still low. Still able to make moves on Ethereum. And yeah, top 3 trending coins as of this recording. We are recording Tuesday evening, July 15th. Happy hump day for those of you who are halfway through your week. Wednesday is my Thursday and Thursday is my Friday. So tomorrow I'm going to hope that I wake up and remember in my heart of hearts that tomorrow is not Thursday, because these last few weeks I've been going in on Wednesday and thinking it's Thursday, and then getting to the end of the day and realizing I have to go in on Thursday, which is my actual Friday, and it's very depressing and I don't like it. It's not good for my mental health. So I'm going to remind myself that tomorrow is Wednesday, and we're going to do what we got to do to get where we need to get. Top 3 trending coins. Number 1, Pump.Fun. Number 2, Pudgy Penguins. And number 3, Ton Coin. It's funny. Bitcoin starts going up and you guys go right back to degeneracy. It's craziness. But, you know, degen's going degen. And, you know, that's fine. We're here for it. Moving on to the top 5 gainers and losers in the last 24 hours. And goodness gracious, do we have a lot of stuff going on here. We're going to start off with the gainers, and I hope everybody gets an opportunity to be on this list. It feels good. It feels nice. It's a moment to rejoice. And let's go ahead and get into it. At number 1, at rank 930, we have Chainbase with a gain of 90.7% in the last 24 hours. Kudos to you guys. At number 2, we have at rank 902, Doodles with a gain of 50.5% in the last 24 hours. At number 3, we have at rank 838, Seraph, with a gain of 48.5% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, we have at rank 785, Milady Colt Coin, with a gain of 45.9% in the last 24 hours. And last but not least, at number 5, we have at rank 709, Mamo, with a gain of 41.1% in the last 24 hours. Moving over to the top 5 losers. Now, I hope nobody ends up on this list, but if you happen to be, I'm hoping for your sake that it is a entry point for a coin that you've been looking at, or it is a good opportunity for your next dollar cost average in a coin that you are long on that just so happens to be on the top 5 losers list. Let's get to it. At number 1, we have at rank 906, Corey, with a loss of 14.2%. And as this is updating live, that's actually our number 2 coin. The new number 1 coin is at rank 814, Hosiko Cat, with a loss of 14.8% in the last 24 hours. Moving on to number 3, we are at rank 603. We're looking at Encrypt, with a loss of 11.3% in the last 24 hours. At number 4, this one takes me back. At number 4, at rank 532, we have Pundy X. Now, this is back in the day. Oh my goodness. With a loss of 8.1% in the last 24 hours. And actually, yeah, that's right. No, Pundy X is actually number 5 now because it's updated. The coin that I was looking at, bought a little bit, traded in and out of it, and probably like 2 bull runs ago, I think I had a little bit of Pundy X. Went in and out of the portfolio, made a little bit of profit, rolled it into something else, and made some more profit. It's a good quick story. Didn't believe in it long term, and here they are on the top 5 losers list, rounding it out. Number 4, the new number 4. At rank 948, we have Fuzzy Bear with a loss of 9.1% in the last 24 hours. Now, before we jump over into the portfolio, let's get the numbers. Oh, wrong portfolio, though. Let's see here. Bull run. That's the one that I need. Okay. So first and foremost, we have the bull run portfolio, and then we're going to actually open up you in a new tab because I got to start remembering we got 2 portfolios to look at now because the Bitcoin spigot's back on. In the last 24 hours, we are up 2.5%. We are down overall 19.9%. So we're still down 20%. We're under the 20% by a hair. And, you know, that little 0.1, I count it depending on... Actually, no, we'll just say it's down 20% still, but we're not down 22%, which is better than 22 is 20. So, you know, it's eking in the right direction. I don't have high expectations. The winners have already won, and we're sitting with those, and that's fine. But everything else, it's kind of what it is. Not really worried about it. Like, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into the top 10. At number 1, we have Solana, SOL. At number 2, we have Thorwallet DEX, TGT. At number 3, we have Ethereum, ETH. At number 4, we have Aave, AAVE. At number 5, we have Superverse. At number 6, Superverse, SUPER. At number 6, we have Radium, RAY. At number 7, we have Jupiter Perpetual Liquidity Provider Token, JLP. Always a mouthful. At number 8, we have Injective, and at number INJ for Injective. At number 9, we have Akash Network, AKT, and last but not least, we have Avalanche, AVAX. What are we doing? Waiting to collect our distributions. Got a little bit of DeFi income to collect, and we're kind of holding off. I'm going to do it towards the end of the month, probably. just to make sure we get the maximum out of it that we can. And then we got to figure out where to put it. And then, ipso facto, keep it moving. Everything's in kind of a holding pattern. There's not really much that I want to get rid of. I mean, we might do some conversion. Towards the end of the year, we'll be converting this down into either Ethereum or Bitcoin, high key likely Bitcoin, because we are on a mad tranche to get an additional Bitcoin. And it's running away from us as we're collecting. So, little sense of urgency there. It's either that or it's getting converted over into income. So that way we can use that to buy Bitcoin. I don't know. Moving on. The Bitcoin standard portfolio, it's back on. Where are we at? We are up 40% total, but we don't have much in there. The current balance is 43.77. So this obviously is our Bitcoin standard portfolio. We liquidated it and put it into the income portfolio, and now we're turning it back around. We've got a little bit, our $20 stipend that's going in here, and we are realistically just driving this average up a lot because we're buying at way higher rates than what we previously purchased at the beginning of the year, obviously. So I actually might move this over into its own portfolio and do one that's specific to 2025, because this is rolled over from 2024. We'll probably do that. And then we'll see. It'll look a little bit different because we're buying over $100,000. I'll do that for the next episode. But for right now, I'll transfer these numbers over and we'll do it again. But, with those purchases in here that drug it down to 40%, 40.3%, we were well over 100%. But again, we're buying high. So now we're going to go ahead and make me the screen and remove that. We're going to have a conversation. So Bitcoin hit 123. We're back down, bounced off of 116, which seems to be a solid local bottom now. And we're in price discovery, which is also awesome. And the question is, who sold? Who sold between 120 and 123? I really want to have a breakdown of that. So I asked AI because it can give me active information right now. And it's smart and fast. And it says the majority of Bitcoin's recent top between sellers at Bitcoin's recent top between 120,000 and 123,000 were not institutions, ETFs, or long-term holders. Go figure. Because I didn't sell. So who's selling? Well, this is who it is. It's the short-term profit takers. Many individual investors and traders took profits as Bitcoin hit a new all-time high, especially those who had targets close to around the number milestones like 100,000 or above. Interesting. Who else sold? We had some high net worth individuals, quote unquote, whales, that we got reports on that those large holders strategically sold small amounts to deliberately nudge the price down so that the first group, the short-term people, felt FOMO about securing their profits because you're so worried about Bitcoin. It's over. We hit 123,000. It's over. Who's the last group? Retail investors facing liquidity needs. Well, I've got a little diatribe. It's going to be quick and to the point. And this is what I'm going to say about it. These people are going to look like complete lunatics in 5 years. Just complete lunatics. And they're going to probably be I've had an old mentor that's no longer a mentor tell me, "Oh, you haven't made anything until you sell it." And I'm like, boomer mentality. And that worked for them. And he's going to be wealthy until he expires out of this, which is fine for him. But for those of us who are a little bit younger and got a little bit more road ahead that aren't rich yet already, it's financially suicidal, in my opinion, to sell now unless there's a good reason. Like, you got a medical emergency, you got to get through something, which honestly, when I had my surgery, I did not sell my Bitcoin. I did literally everything else. I took out debt, deferred payments, all the things so that I never had to sell that Bitcoin. But I understand some people just get in dire straits, like you're about to be homeless, you gotta make something shake. Understandable, but I would find something else to shake first, and Bitcoin is the shake of last resort, in my opinion. But there's so many people, and it's an interesting thing that I see a lot of times, and I say it all the time. There are plenty of people who shouldn't be in this market, but those people who shouldn't be in Bitcoin specifically because it's scarce won't be. And the reason being is, as you're selling, I'm buying and I'm not going to sell you back your Bitcoin, even at a higher rate. Michael Saylor, he's not going to sell you back your Bitcoin. BlackRock, generally speaking, they're not planning on selling you back your Bitcoin. Metaplanet, they're not going to sell you back your Bitcoin. 21 Capital, they're not going to sell you back the Bitcoin. And after this supply shock hits and the price goes parabolic, you're not going to be able to get back into the market at these rates. And they'll say, "Oh, well, I made a profit." You sold Bitcoin to have dollars that are debasing every day, every month, every week, every year. Whatever you bought will be worth less in Bitcoin next year, the year after that, and the year after that. It'll be worth less. So, like, no matter what you bought, you could have bought it for less with Bitcoin later on down the road. So you're selling something that makes everything less expensive to have dollars where everything is getting more expensive. Just logically doesn't make sense. I understand people are going to do what they're going to do with their money, and I believe that they should be able to do what they're going to do with their money. I just don't have any sympathy for the people who are like, "Oh, I missed it." Yeah, you did, because you made some other decisions, and those decisions weren't as profitable as what you could have done. So yeah, you did miss it. You didn't secure your future. You obviously didn't care about tomorrow. You made a move for today, so that way you could flex on the gram today. It's awesome. That's why poors are poor. It boils down to decisions. And the long-term decision would be, logically, to not sell the thing that stuff gets cheaper in every year. That just kind of makes financial sense. Math is math. But not everybody believes that. And so we're going to have people who trade the market. We're going to have people who sell off the top. They sold, we went down to 116, got bought back up. There's somebody there on the other side of that trade. As much as we talk about everybody wins in Bitcoin, this is a zero-sum game. Every Bitcoin that I buy, especially at this point, because I have over one Bitcoin, is Bitcoin that you can't have ever, because I'm not planning on selling. I have a bunch of things in place, like those of you who are over on the Bag Talk episodes. I have things in place so that I don't have to sell that. It's a different perspective because I understand. I have a thesis on where things are going, and I'm like, hey, I'm all in on that. I just wouldn't play around with the strongest asset ever invented on the planet that's outperformed every other asset. Like, even if you traded it into another asset, you're getting worse performance. So that's something that I'll say. And as I'll probably be saying this on every episode or every piece of content that I do from now on. Start asking AI to show you what the performance of your whatever it is that you think is better than Bitcoin. whatever that is, have it valued in Bitcoin. And then, for a good counter to that, have it valued in gold and see how it's been performing. Just something, because if you're living in the world of dollars, you're looking at a magic trick, basically. The market's going up, it's down in anything that actually has value because dollars don't have value. You're looking at debasement happening and then cheering as though you're smart when you don't hold any hard assets. They just recently released a report over the last 25 years. Gold has outperformed the S&P 500. You've been better off buying gold because gold is worth something. The S&P 500 is valued in dollars. So the optical illusion is that it's doing great. You can buy less gold with dollars every year. You can buy less Bitcoin with dollars every year. The dollars are the problem. You fix the money. I'd say 75% of all of the other problems that we face as a society would be fixed, because it all goes back to the money, and they're playing in your faces. And I hope that some of you guys wake up and understand that. Let me know down in the comments, is this a W or an L? Let me know your thoughts, because I'm looking forward to the conversation. It's your boy Reckless Ray Dinero, and until next week, I'm out. Peace.
Money on my mind, yeah. Focus, got no time for games, nah. I don't play it, I'm all about that financial literacy. Investing in my future, building generational wealth. Dollar bills, they be calling my name, but I ain't chasing fame, I'm chasing change. Learn the game, now I'm playing it smart. Putting my money to work, it's an art. I'm stacking paper, building my own empire. No more living check to check, I'm getting higher. Investing in stocks, real estate, and more. Gotta secure the bag, that's what I came for.